Adding a tiled splashback to your kitchen allows you to add your own personality, colour scheme and style. If you're wanting to do some DIY in your kitchen or bathroom, here's our how to install a Subway tiled splashback. First up, have a clear plan, knowing where you're going to start your tiling from, the setup point, where there will be cuts and what the layout will be. There may be a logical focal point within your kitchen to start your tiling from. Preparation. Clear out your working space and surfaces. Lay out protective coverings over your bench and floor. If you have power outlets or switches you'll be tiling around, make sure the power is safely isolated. Then unscrew those switches to pull back so you can tile behind them. Apply your adhesive. Using your trowel, apply your adhesive to the wall starting from the bench top or the lower surface. Once spread, use the notched side of the trowel to create an even notched spread across the wall. Apply adhesive to a small area to start with. Begin with the bottom row of tiles, but as you get more confident, you can use larger areas, approximately 1 square meter at a time. Starting from the setup point, apply the first row of tiles onto the adhesive. Press evenly on the tile to ensure the adhesive spreads to the back of the tile, but not so hard that it compresses out the side. Take time to make sure the first row of tiles is level and plumb. Getting this right will set you up for the rest of the rows. Use tile wedges underneath to assist with getting the tiles level, as well as creating a small gap between the bench to allow for any movement. Between each tile, add tile spaces to provide a consistent gap for grout between tiles. It's hard to install a Subway tiled splashback without having to cut tiles. And this step will likely need to be done with each row of tiles laid, as well as around switches, outlets, and then corners. For straight cuts, a tile cutter makes this a simple process. Line it up with the space to be tiled. Use a pen to mark the location of the cut, making sure you allow space for the grout. Line your tile up with the cutting wheel on the tile cutter. Using firm and even pressure, score your tile, then snap the tile by pressing down with the handle. When using cut tiles, put the cut edges facing the corner or perimeter of your splashback. Always have pre-finished edges facing each other. Repeat tile laying. Once you have the first row of tiles laid and level, continue up with the next rows. Regularly use your level to make sure your tiles stay plumb, level and the pattern lines up, as well as using a flat edge to make sure the face of the tile is consistent across the face of the splashback. Cutting tiles for outlets. Use your tape measure and mark on the tiles the exact size of the opening needed. Using protective equipment, use an angle grinder with a tile cutting disc to cut these lines. Take care because it's easy to break tiles in this process. Apply tile trims. If you are using tile trims around the perimeter of your splashback, clean any adhesive excess from where the trims will be, cut trims to measure, and then apply behind your tiles before the adhesive sets. Grouting tiles. Remove spaces from between the tiles and any dried adhesive which may be on your tiles or sticking out from the grout gaps. Mix your grout in a bucket to the product specification. Using your grout float, apply grout to the spaces between all of your tiles. Make sure you fill all of the gaps with grout. Applying grout on an angle at 45 degrees will help push grout consistently between all of the tiles. Repeat this process to make sure all gaps are completely full. Remove grout excess as you go and then follow with using a damp sponge to remove and clean excess grout from tiles before drying. If your grout is not consistently level, you can use your finger or a damp cloth to apply light pressure across the joints as the grout is drying. When your grout is hardened, you can clean your tiles. Use a sponge or cloth to wipe off excess grout and polish your tiles. Be cautious still with grout joints at this stage. Apply silicone. Finally, use an appropriate silicone sealant for wet areas to seal between the bench top and the tiles or around the perimeter of your tiling. That's the steps for how to install a Subway tile splashback. For more how-tos and renovation advice, subscribe to our YouTube channel or check us out at pearsonandprojects.com.